Number 56, beaker X and beaker Y each contain 1 liter of solution as shown above. A student combines the solutions by pouring them into larger, previously empty beaker Z and observe the formation of white precipitate, probably the silver chloride. Assuming the volumes are additive, which of the following sets of solutions could be represented by a diagram above? Now, I want everybody to come mark some stuff. That's 1 liter, that's 1 liter. So at the end of the day, the big container better be 2 liters, right? So I'm already thinking, because the bigger one is 2 liters, and as you guys can see, there's much more rooms in the beaker Z, probably meaning you're in the bigger volume, so your concentrations are most likely going to be somewhat lower, right? So first of all, let's kind of compare the beaker X and the beaker Y, because we're clearly trying to find out whether it should be 2 molarity the same or 2 versus 1, right? And all you got to pay attention to really is just the cation, right? So in this case, like let's look at beaker X. How many silver ion we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whereas if you look at the beaker Y, how many magnesiums do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why do they have these little like 2 pluses? Well, because magnesium is 2 plus, whereas silver is just plus, right? But the point is this: you have 5 magnesium in beaker Y as compared to the 10 silver in the beaker X. So obviously in terms of concentrations, well, beaker X has got to be double. So get rid of A and get rid of B. And lastly, C. Well, C versus D. Once again, you just have to look at the overall concentrations in your beaker Z. Think of it this way. Well, I'm just going to look at, just because I noticed these magnesiums once again in the beaker Z, I'm just going to notice those and take a look. You literally have the exact same number of moles of the magnesiums floating, or magnesium ions floating around, but now you are in 2 liters, right? How do you calculate concentrations? It's moles of solute per liters of your solution. And once again, this thing, liter solution, is double because you're in the bigger container. So what should happen to your overall concentration? It should go down. It should be exactly half, in fact, right? So 1 molarity versus 1 molarity, that doesn't make any sense. It's probably 1 molarity, and in the beaker Z with the bigger volume, it's half of that concentration. That's why answer choice D would be the correct answer.